Hey guys, and welcome to a leg workout. It has been years since I filmed one of these, but the last month I have done some leg workouts. If you follow me, you know I love my full body workouts. They're just so efficient. But I've done some leg workouts this month, and I just want to take you along for one of those leg workouts and talk to you guys about why they're so different now. I am almost 40, turning 38 in 2 weeks. 38. It is crazy. And I'm not actually sure when I started my YouTube channel. I was trying to think about it and I'm like, how many years has it been? I'm pretty sure I was in my 20s. I want to go over the differences in my leg workouts now and just overall my training. Like, this can apply to my full body days, but I really have been noticing how different my training has been lately. The first thing that I notice is less is more. I do less volume for sure, and I'm still seeing just as good results. And there's something like when you're in your 20s, you can go for a run and you look like you lift weights. You can eat like shit and lift weights and look like you eat amazing. So something happens when you age that you just have to be a little bit more on top of it. Oh yeah, my dogs are joining me. I don't know if you can see them, but they're in the corners of the gym. We're doing renos in our house, so it's been a bit loud. So they're in the gym with me today. As I've aged, I've noticed that if I try to do the same workouts that I did when I was 20, they're just like so depleting, and I started hating it. So I noticed that if I just cut it down and just make sure that it's efficient, I don't overdo it, and I do less exercises, I'm gonna still see the results. So I do think there's overtraining obviously can happen. And I noticed for me, like, I used to be an athlete, so it's a bit easier to overtrain when you're used to that type of atmosphere. So I do have a tendency to want to do extra. But as I've gotten older, I'm getting better at listening to my body, and I noticed that there is a point in my workout that I'm just done. Like, I can power through, but I'm not into it as much. I'm feeling depleted. Maybe I'm getting dizzy. Maybe I'm thinking about food. Maybe I'm starting to hate it. I have to stop before that happens. So less is more. Second thing, technique over anything else. Technique over anything else. Because I think when you're younger, at least, you can kind of get away with crappy form. You know, if you have a little tweak here, you kind of heal really fast and you just power through. And yeah, injuries, they don't even seem to happen in your 20s, or if they do, you heal fast. But I can tell you, I hurt my neck from bad posture, from all this editing, from sitting like this. And so because of that, I had some neck issues, and it's been a bitch to recover from. So the last thing I want to do is hurt myself in the gym. So I've really just taken more of a focus on my technique. I'm not just going through the motions. It's like whenever I'm doing anything, I am slowing down the move. I'm focusing on the squeeze. I'm looking at my form maybe on video. I'm watching the mirror to make sure that I'm doing everything right. I'm slowing it down from the toes to my knees to my hips, paying attention to my shoulders, to my neck. Like, even if I'm doing lower body, I'm not just focusing on my lower body. I'm focusing on the posture of my upper body, like really making every single lift technical, learning and perfecting it, like to make technique the priority, and then you get way more out of your lifts. And I think because I used to be an athlete, that it can look like I might be doing something right, but I may not be having the mind to muscle connection that I potentially could be having. So just focusing on technique has really transformed my leg days. I don't have to do as much, and I get way more out of each move. The other thing, okay, hope you can hear that. It's like construction everywhere. Anyway, the other thing is more weight isn't necessarily better. Sometimes just because you can add more weight doesn't necessarily mean that you should. Sorry if you can hear all the construction going around. Just because you can add on more weight doesn't mean you should. Because if your tempo has to increase with the more weight, or if you're not feeling it in the right spots because of extra weight, or if you can't slow down the tempo, or if now you're feeling it a little bit, even just a little bit in your back, and before you were feeling it just in your bum, or if you know, just little things like that. If you're aware that less weight, you can do it properly, you can feel it better, you can do it more safe, then maybe a little bit less weight is okay. And I know most people tend not to go up in weight enough, but you might be, you know, ex-athlete, aging athlete, close to their 40s, 50s, 60s, doesn't matter. And all these tips can actually be relevant no matter how old you are. If I would have learned these tips in my 20s, I think it would have helped my fitness journey for sure. So it's never too late, it's never too late. It's never too late, it's never too early to learn these tips. But at the end of the day, like if you're in your 20s or whatever age you are and you are working out and you are doing some of the things I used to do, that's okay. Like it's not the end of the world. Like good for you for working out. I think sometimes we have this unrealistic expectation that we need to be like doing everything perfect. And sometimes just doing it is good. So just keep that in mind. And my last point, full range of motion is ideal. Full range of motion is ideal, and you should work on your flexibility to get lower in the move. But that being said, sometimes I've been guilty of this, forcing myself to get lower, but maybe not keeping the rest of the form right. So just because, let's say, bring this down for a second, just because you can get lower on a deadlift, let's say I can touch my toes to the ground, but you see how my shoulders kind of went in. That's ego making me go all the way down. If I'm trying to keep my shoulders back and my lats engaged, really I should stop around low part of my knee. The squat, maybe you can go a bit lower, but do you notice that your spine gets in a weird form, or your knees start to cave in if you force that extra range of motion? So as important as range of motion is, you don't want to force it. And yes, it can come back to ego slightly, but being aware of these, just like I think it was 4 tips, trying to really pay attention to these 4 things. And yes, increasing range of motion through warming up, through mobility training, through yoga, whatever. Stretching obviously is super crucial. Then in time, you can do it safely, not just forcefully, right? I hope those tips help you. So I'm gonna get onto my leg workout. So I added the band around my hips on the deadlifts. I find it really helps me activate my glutes a lot more. Otherwise, I'm feeling in my back, maybe I'm going too heavy, so I don't need to go as heavy, but with that extra band trying to push me back, I have to push my hips forward, and that motion is going to make your glutes activate. So I'm really trying to pay attention to keep my shoulders back and down. It is a bad habit of mine to let my shoulders come forward. Something I'm working on. Once I watch this footage, I may still not be doing great at it, so I have to be careful with my deadlifts. And here's my hip bridge. I actually feel the hip bridge more in my glutes than the hip thrust. Everybody is different. Doesn't mean I'm not doing hip thrust, but if you want to incorporate moves you feel in the right spots. So when I started the hip thrust today, I planned on doing full range of motion, but it just wasn't feeling good. So I decided to work on just that top half, the squeeze supersetting. And that was a really good glute burner. I'm gonna do 2 more sets of that. Let's go. you want to treat your body a bit different every single day. It's different. What sounds better is to do less exercises and maybe 3 sets. You know, I think there's too much emphasis on doing 3 to 4 sets when I think you can get so many amazing results from 2 sets. So, but today I'm doing 3 sets, so I'm gonna do 1 more. And my grips are starting to go on the deadlift, but that is something I've really been working on, is increasing my grip strength, just to improve my upper body strength as well. So I'm gonna take a sip of something, go for 1 more round.
Swallow, but you won't do it on your own. And if you wanna go, I'll follow. I won't let you go alone. I don't care what happens now, where we go, how far and how. If you wanna go, I'll follow. Your heart set, I don't wanna jump half-hearted. Gotta get your feet wet, gotta give what you get. I don't wanna finish where we started. Like the river flowing, tell me where we're going. Take me to a place that's brand new. Every second growing, time feels like it's slowing with you.
So that was 3 sets, and that was freaking hard. I honestly feel like I should be halfway done my workout, or 3/4. And that's just 2 moves. So I'm gonna take a minute or 2, drink some water, and then we're gonna do something nice and safe, like a leg press, where my back is nice and supported, and I can just push heavy weight. And I'm probably gonna superset that too, because why the hell not? Let's see. I'm either gonna do 2 more moves or 3 more moves. That's it. But I'm already dying. Like, I had the, if you push hard enough, you know what it feels like when you get like, your legs are burning, and once you're done, it's like this flush through your whole body, almost like in your head too. But it was controlled. Like, I'm well trained, so you should not start here. This is in time, you may evolve to this. But yeah. I'm recovering now, feeling good, need some water, and it's time to leg press. And you know what feels freaking, what is really motivating also for me as I get older is just focusing on building muscle. Then it's like, it's not, you know, shrinking yourself. It's like strengthening yourself. It's like fueling yourself. It's building muscle. It's like taking up space. It's super empowering. And if you have not tried to lift weights, I know as females, we're so scared of getting bulky, but I have never felt my best mentally, physically, until I just switched that focus. And honestly, like, I don't even care if I have extra body fat, if I'm feeling strong. Like, I used to just want to be perfect. And, you know, whatever, the perfect is not even a thing. You know, most women have cellulite, but I wouldn't want to wear shorts if I felt like my legs weren't lean enough. So now I'm like, I don't give a shit. Some lighting my legs may look like shit, and some lighting my legs might look great. I've worked freaking hard to get them to where they're at, and I'm very proud. So let's go lift some more shit and build these stands. Okay, that was probably like 3 minutes. 3 to 5 minutes. I wasn't keeping track, but I feel recovered. One thing I like to do is I put a little bit of like natural pineapple juice and water or club soda or coconut water. So I kind of keep like my sugars up while I'm working out. So just a little tip. Some people like to eat candy, but I don't know. I want to eat candy when I'm craving candy. So it's just a quick little easy, healthier like Gatorade. So just a little bit of like 100% natural fruit juice in either water or club soda or coconut. Let's do it.
Best to give me that loyalty. Best to give me that loyalty. Cause I'm taking the world, you'll see. Cause I'm taking the world, you'll see. They'll be calling me, calling me. They'll be calling me, calling me. They'll be calling me royalty.
For today, and that doesn't always happen. Sometimes I need to go down or up after the first set, or I'll do a couple reps and I'll stop. Lately I'm really trying to get a little bit lower without compromising my back. You don't want your bum to lift off the bench at all. You want your low back to stay down. Leg press felt perfect. I did 12 reps. I almost stopped at 8, but I asked myself I can do 10 and I can do 12 safely, so that felt really good. We'll see for the next set or two. Back extension. I'm really trying to squeeze my glutes. I don't actually feel my glutes as much as my quads and my hamstrings during anything. So at like 10 to 12 reps, I think I was at, I start to feel just a little bit of my low back. It's okay to feel in your low back, but your low back's getting hit from so many different angles that I never continue on if I'm feeling in my low back. I dropped my 35-pound plate and I went to body weight, and I was really, really trying to flex my bum on the way up. Like if you can't flex your bum standing, that's something you can just practice. Standing, flexing different muscle groups. Because if you can't flex it without weight, you're not gonna be able to flex it with weight. But I did grab a 25-pound plate to see if I can. I was feeling my hamstrings, so my back and my thighs like crazy, but I really wanna see if I can maybe try to activate those glutes a bit more this next round. One down, I'm gonna try for 2 more. Let's go. Second set. I went down on weight in the back extension and it felt so much better. I did notice I may be a bit out of frame. I'll try to do better for the third set. But the glute focused back extension is like the only move that you, I need to turn the music down so I don't get copyrighted. That you can have like a bad posture in, and it's kind of encouraged. Anyway, with going down to the 25-pound weight, I felt it way more in the glutes, and then I kind of did a pulse at the end with no weight, just to really feel it, like to burn out the booty. Felt really good. Feels like I'm almost on my workout, and I've only done 4 moves. This is what it looks like. So some days, I may have just done 2 sets of that, change it up every time. Sometimes I do unilateral training. So that's one leg and then the other. You guys know I love to change it up, but you do want to perfect your basic lifts and listen to your body. If you don't feel like going heavy that day, do not go heavy. Focus on unilateral, one side. Focus on body weight. Focus on range of motion. Focus on perfecting the move, you know? And, you know, doing something is always better than doing nothing. But when you do something with intention and focusing on technique, wow. Wow. I am feeling good today, so I am gonna go for another round and then we'll see. I may do a finishing move, but I am definitely near the end. And it feels good to be almost done. Let's go. I'm pretty dead. That was 3 sets. I probably could have done 2 and been good, but I'm feeling really good. It's the right time of my cycle, so like between period and ovulation is when I will push this hard. If it wasn't, I probably wouldn't be going as heavy or doing a 3rd set, you know, so just modifying quite a bit. But even 2 sets, like I said, is really, really beneficial. Lately, I've been finding I am doing a lot of moves, just 2 sets. And if you notice on the back extension, I like went lighter again. I was just feeling depleted and then I held it, body weight. Feeling like I want to finish with one kind of finisher move, lighter, full range of motion. So let's do some squats. Let's do some hack squats, nice and safe. Just to try to get nice and deep. 1 to 3 sets, I'm not sure. Right now 3 sets sounds horrible, so let's see. I'm done. I pushed really hard. All right, I just did 1 set of that just to work on that skill, just working on the lower body, on the low part of that move, because sometimes, you know, you get stuck there or you feel good and you don't want to go all the way down. So it's not something I would always do. And like I said, maybe I would have done 2 sets and then worked on that skill a little bit more. Just changing it up is crucial. Listening to your body is crucial. Working on skill, technique, range of motion, muscle to mind connection. That's what matters at the end of the day. And listen to how you feel that day. Today I felt good to push, but if I didn't, I would have modified, probably gone down weight and not pushed myself so hard. So even if you show up and all you have is 50%, you're gonna get ahead by 50% versus not showing up and doing 0. So, and guys, I don't push this hard all the time. Like, I'm lucky if I get 3 workouts this intense a month, because I just had to change up my split a little bit to give my neck / shoulder a little break from my full body moves. But I still love those. Anyway, if you want to work out with me, my One Fit Bitch program is awesome. That's what I did pretty much all summer. And now I'm just incorporating some different style of training now that I'm back in the gym. So So link down below if you want to check out how to work out with me online. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.